the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu has just announced he's credited rupees 3,000 in advance and the standard monthly allocation of an additional 2,000 as summer special bonus for women. And the Chief Minister also said that funds have already been credited to 1.31 crore women under this new scheme. How do you react to that?
I wholeheartedly welcome it.
Okay.
I've been a consistent supporter of direct cash transfers. This is akin to universal basic income. This money goes into the women's bank account directly. There is no leakage. And the women spend the money in their locality and it seeds the local economy. Mm-hmm. This is in fact, in my opinion, a very good economic tool to seed the local economy. This is much better than complicated government programs where people don't understand how to get the benefit and the administration does not know how to administer it and there is so much bureaucracy. This cuts through all the red tape. It directly goes to their bank account. They have the freedom to spend it what they want and they will spend it and everything comes under the ambit of GST. Tax collection comes back to the government and it helps the local economy because where do they spend? If you actually do a study, it will be in a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers. They will go to a sweet shop, they might go to a tailor, make some clothes for themselves, buy a notebook for the child, maybe, whatever. Everything is in the local economy. They are not going elsewhere to spend the money and this seeds this is the best way to seed the rural economy because you see, manufacturing is not going to create the jobs we think it's going to create in the future because it's going to become very, very automated and very knowledge driven. And we only have to be a service-oriented country. And in the rural economy, there's nothing much happening there. This is a good impetus to keep the rural economy going. And in fact, I'm a wholehearted supporter of this from an economic point of view. And UBI, Universal Basic Income, is a good idea.
So why does the Congress party then say that the BJP buys votes when they also come up with a similar scheme?
I personally do not criticize direct cash transfers. Yes, the incumbent government has an advantage over the challenger because incumbent government can do this before the election, right. Whereas the challenger can only promise and the person who does it has always better goodwill than the person who promises. I agree that there is a disadvantage to the party in opposition and is gravely advantageous to the party in government. I agree with that.
Is this the situational problem that is
what,
unless what's the limit though? Where do we keep going
the election
from this?
Commission the election commission is not behaving as a neutral arbitrator in this country. Let's be very frank about it. The election commission was a storied organization, but it's now a very sorry organization. If they can put standard protocols saying 3 months before, 6 months before, or something like that, and stick to it. But then they came up with this ingenious argument saying this was a continuing program, so there's no embargo. So, I mean, if everybody gets wiser by looking at what's happening, and the DMK
the tools which are available.
The DMK has just used the pitch which is there to bat. That's all.
Okay.
I think the critics over here are saying that these transfers were paused for a while. And then there's an additional summer allowance of 2,000. No. At one go, it was sent out.
That is not true. What he has clearly said, I heard the Chief Minister speak today. He has said that the Election Commission will stop the next 2 months. I'm giving you the next 2 months in advance and I'm also giving you a summer bonus. That's all he has said.
It is back to Praveen Chakravarti's argument about high debt to GDP ratio.
There are other programs we can cut.
It's the direct benefit transfer that you're saying is cash allowance. That's one thing. Then there are other things where the DISCOM borrowings of Tamil Nadu are disproportionately higher than other states. There are so many metrics over here. It just seems that it's a spigot that doesn't end, of freebies.
Every state in India has got a debt burden. That is one factor. But Tamil Nadu has got many factors which are positive. I accept that the high debt burden might be a negative, but that is not the only reason to diss the state. The state has so many other things going for it. It has clocked 11% growth, which is the highest in India in the past year. Right. So there are many things which are going there. If you're going to have an academic discussion on how to reduce debt, then we should start from the central government and then work towards all the 30 state governments. Why single out one government and say you're not doing great?
So you talked about the Bihar thing, that the criticism came at that time also when 10,000 was given to Bihar. And this is also what Tamil Sai Soundararajan has also said. That, okay, you talk about Bihar. So Bihar also has prohibition. But in this case, 5,000 will go to the women, that's fine. But prohibition will not come in Tamil Nadu anytime soon. TASMAC will continue to be
a failed policy world over. It was a failed policy in America. There is no country in the world where there is effective prohibition. You can go to Gujarat and get a drink. Maybe we both of us should go to Gujarat next time and let's get a drink there. It is a failed policy. This kind of hypocritic policies don't work. It will push everything to the underground. The black market will thrive. Mafias will be created. It is better to keep everything above board, regulate it, tax it, other than pushing things underground. I do not believe in prohibition. It has never failed. In all these countries, even in Islamic countries which claim to be have prohibition, do you think people don't get a drink? They do get a drink there.
That's true.
These hypocritic policies all don't work with me.
Are you comfortable with that kind of debt that Tamil Nadu has?
I am not comfortable with a lot of things, I told you. Why are you asking me that? I am not government. I would reform a lot of things. I don't like the present form of governance in India. If you give me the magic wand, I will change everything. I will be the most disruptive person you would ever see. I don't believe in this form of governance.
So what would you do for Tamil Nadu, which is
not only
being
for
done
Tamil
right
Nadu,
now?
for India, I will stop most government schemes, most of these bombastic announcements. I mean, look at the finance minister. I even listed out, for 9 years you have announced so many things. Tell me what's happened. Now, you don't, even now you will announce, everybody will start. Where is the 100 smart cities in India? Let's stop announcing things. Let's do basic things in this country. Let's lay roads which don't go off in the monsoon. Let's give uninterrupted power supply. Let's make sure there's clean water. Rest the entrepreneurial people of India will take care of. Make sure the government school works well. Make sure people are happy to put their children in government school. Make sure people go to a government medical center and get proper treatment. Make sure policeman is polite when he go and file a complaint. Make sure courts don't have inordinate delays. The pain points of people are what? Police, court, hospital, infrastructure. This is the pain point. Not all these complicated structures. We'll give a 50,000 rupees subsidy for an entrepreneur starting a business in some boondock place which will employ 5 people. I mean, first of all, you will never find an entrepreneur there. Even if you find the entrepreneur, he doesn't have enough capital to start a business. Even if he has all that, the bank is unwilling to give him. Most government schemes, nobody understands. First of all, I don't understand the name of most government schemes. I don't even know the intended purpose. Scrap all government schemes. I think we should give a universal basic income to all people in this country, 5,000 rupees a month directly to your bank account.
How is it not a freebie then?
It's not a freebie. In fact, it is good economics.
Coming back to the system.
Because where do the people spend the money? They're not going to take the money and open an account in Cayman Islands. They will spend the money in 2 kilometer or 3 kilometer radius around their house. It will seed the local economy. This is the best way to seed the rural economy. We are not taking any great factories to the rural areas. Our farming is the most rudimentary farming. We can talk about 100,000 things in the farming, but you go to any district, you will hardly find 10 progressive farmers.
Isn't the BJP doing that when they're giving the Ladki Behan, Ladli Behan, all these they're giving it to women?
I think you should.
Everybody is doing it.
Basically, everyone is doing it.
Everyone is
even CM Stalin's budget last year was.
But many schemes can be scrapped.
Elections
I think many other schemes can be scrapped. I think you can make this. There's nothing wrong in cash transfers. Cash transfers might be a great tool for winning elections, but I also believe it's good economics.
Okay.
It seeds the local economy. Otherwise, how do you give liquidity to a district which is so far flung off, where there is no modern economic activity there? How do you seed that economy?
That is what I am. You are having a good idea, so why don't your party?
My idea is I have great ideas.
It seems like he's the right man with no party, unfortunately.
That is correct. No, I am. See, you have to understand one thing. For my personality, nature, and outspokenness, no party other than the Congress will tolerate me. So let's be very clear about it. So Congress is the best party for somebody like me who can be and the good thing about the Congress, you can be a free thinker, you can be libertarian, you could be an open market person with the liberal views and still survive in them.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा।
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है।
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब।
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप।
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI, it does not lie.